Rained a little, and I'm glad that the weather is good today. Good evening, everyone. Magandang nursing po sa inyong lahat. Good evening. Palakpakan niyo po ang ating mga sarili for being here tonight. Of course, to the members of the Board of Nursing, ang aming pong pagpapasalamat sa inyong pagpapaunlak sa aming imbitasyon, Dr. LCT, kay Dr. Ma'am Salvani, Ma'am Marilu Ong, there. And to the President of the PNA, my newfound friend, Dr. Melvin, and to the governors, the presidents of the chapters, of course, special shout out to the ADPCN attendees of tomorrow's event. Palakpakan niyo po yung mga deans who are here with us today. I'm watching the arrival of Ma'am Grace, who I had a dinner last week in Baguio. And of course, the members of the press, Tito Nes, the Nestor Cuartero, maraming salamat, and the vloggers who are present here, and the members of the press. I love nursing. I have to admit, I did not like this course when I started in the Pontifical University of Santo Tomas. Probably that was the reason why I was not the best student of Ma'am Ida and of Ma'am Mila. But then I started to love it. I started loving it when I found the academe, and this is where I found my niche. And probably I'm following the footsteps of Dr. Bercelo, who is one of the best teachers you can find in nursing. I love PNA. I've been a member of the PNA since day one of my being a professional nurse. Kahit hindi ako sinuportahan ng PNA nung eleksyon as an organization, mag-move on na ako. Now, I love PNA because this is our only organization. I love Ma'am Mila, of course, and the Centennial Celebration. Palakpakan niyo po, congratulations for 100 years. Go Ste, Ma'am Ida. You know, my inspiration to produce this film was the question I had to ask Ma'am Mila: how do we immortalize the 100-year celebration? That was my question. And then she narrated to me several events and several projects. And I said, you know, in 2007, I produced a film because of the 2006 problem we had. And I thought that the public will have to be, you know, swayed into being interested in nursing other than the leakage issue we were then talking about. And it was the reason why in 2007, an all-star studded cast of NARS was produced. Coco Martin then was not a big star yet. In fact, Coco Martin was just a co-starring in that role. It was Jeneline Mercado, Jody Santa Maria, Agot Isidro, among others. We had the likes of many other actors and actresses in that film, Jay Manalo, and so on, and many, many more. I produced that film because I thought I could help make the public see beyond what they were talking about, which was the leakage at the time. And then, in 2017, I produced another film, and this time it's Maestra. And Maestra gathered several awards. Maybe my director and scriptwriter may want to mention that later. But this time, in 2022, and showing in 2023, the world will stop and watch Siglo ng Kalinga, stories of nurses inspired by the life of Anastasia Heron Tupas. I want the nurses to dream, to be nurses again when they watch this film. I want them to commit in their next lives, they will continue to become nurses because of the pride that we will give nurses watching this film after watching. I want us all to watch this movie with a commitment that we will be nurses again in our next lives, because it will give us so much pride, you know, and so much honor to become nurses. More importantly, I want the public to value and appreciate nursing beyond what they already know. Sabi ni Direk Lem, if I may quote you, Direk, hindi ko alam kung part ito na sasabihin mo mamaya, pero ang intention namin dito ay paguri natin ang mga nanunood Pagurin natin sila sa panunood sa ginagawa natin para pag pagod na sila, sasabihin nila, ang hirap palang maging nurse at hindi pala pwedeng bobo ka para maging nurse. I want to celebrate that necessity for competence in nursing beyond what they probably are boxed into believing that we're just following doctor's orders and just, doing the jobs that they thought we were doing. I want the public to get higher level of appreciation of this profession, of these heroic acts we do every day, especially in this time and age that we are in the middle of the pandemic. Palakpakan po natin ang ating mga nurses. In fact, the song you heard earlier, Bayani ng Mundo, was a song produced, written by Benny Saturno, which I produced as well. I had that song created and I produced that music at the peak of the pandemic. I think it was, I forgot the date, Jack, anong month natin pinuduce to? Tinabunan lang namin yan kasi nakalagay kanina frontliners kasi bawal po dito ang Carl Balita Review Center. No? So tinatabunan ko siya ng frontliners. And I'm very proud of what I have done because that was when many doctors and nurses were dying. And Monique, by the way, is a product of a singing contest that I launched during the peak of the pandemic as well, a virtual singing contest where I invited doctors, nurses, midwives, medtech. By the way, Monique is not a nurse. Monique is a medical technologist. Monique, tama ba ako? Monique is a medical technologist, nevertheless, a professional. Palakpakan natin, Monique. She will sing some songs later. I would like to tell you that the film is not going to be a historical film. It's not a historical film, but it will tell some stories of our history. In fact, you are all invited to be part of the film. Because, I can afford to producing films with big stars like Coco Martin and Jody Santa Maria, but I thought that I want to make a statement that nurses are not only good in the bedside, nurses are not only intelligent people, but nurses are creative people. That's why I want to put the spotlight on the best actors and actresses amongst us. And that's why we decided, this is very challenging, but we decided to make this film an all nurses cast. And I think you like it. Ibig sabihin, yung may mga pangarap po dito mag-artista, may pagkakataon na po kayo. In fact, we're already looking at some personalities that would probably resemble the look of Anastasia Rontupas in her final years. And I have the likes of Lydia Palaypay and Ma'am Abnir and other nurses who are at that age and level. And some of you are probably qualified to to act on some roles. Sister, meron pong role para sa madre. Gusto ko po ikaw na ang gumanap noon. If you like the idea, palakpakan niyo po ako that this is going to be an all actors. And I'd like to tell you that this project is my investment. I'm investing on this, but part of what I signed in the MOA today is that I'm not going to earn a single centavo from this film because every proceeds of this film after my return on investment will be donated to the projects of the Filipino Nurses Association. You can just imagine how much money I'm putting in. It's not small. It's not cheap. I'll tell you, I don't know if my wife knows, but yeah. But with my commitment and my love for nursing, isusugal ko po ang ilang milyong piso para po sa proyektong ito. And all I ask is to be able to recover my investment, which I think we could. And I'll tell you, PNA, mark my word, you will earn not less than 10 million pesos in this project if you do your part. No profit for me, but you can do a lot of fundraisings for it. And I'm very thankful that I met a lady who over the phone and over several encounters seems to have the DNA of Anastasia Rontupas in her. And she will be joining us in the supervising producers circle, which I'd like to mention again. Probably some of you were listening earlier, but I'd like to tell you that one of the requirements I have the PNA is that they will give me supervising producers so that they can put some perspectives of nursing, perspectives of our advocacy, perspectives of our clinical excellence, etc. Because there are many scenes that will happen inside ICUs, inside community settings and hospitals and so on. And I'm very happy that they accepted this. Of course, our chairman, our Centennial Committee chairperson, Ma'am Mila Llanes. The PNA Historical Commission chairperson, Ma'am Renny Fernandez. Of course, our president, Sir Melvin. I also am very impressed by how they have written the stories of Anastasia Rontupas in the Philippine Journal of Nursing. I'm referring to, both of them are not here. I don't know if Ma'am Castor is coming. She committed to come. Ma'am Castor Palaganas and Ma'am ARB, Ma'am Annabel Borromeo. And they will all be joining us, not on the creative side because our team will know it better. And by the way, kung nag-enjoy po kayo sa gala documentation, sample pa lang po yun ang ginagawa namin. Napansin niyo po, hindi naman siguro nakakahiya na gano'n ang naging